Well, greetings, Moody Bible Institute archaeologists and archaeologists. Dr. Stevens here. We have reached the crest nearly at the end of this week, week 4. You will be halfway through the course. So beginning today, Tuesday, November 8th, you're beginning week 4, and ought to be, again, another good study for you in ancient Near Eastern backgrounds to the Old Testament. We've got some devotional thoughts here, so let's take some time to read down through those. And then you're going to enter into the subject matter of the law. Quoted here, now these are the rules that you shall set before them from Exodus 21:1, after the Ten Commandments have been given to Moses. Our list of objectives are 3. We want you to demonstrate a familiarity with the select societal practices in the ancient Near East. We want you to be able to describe the function and purposes of laws in the ancient Near East and how it contributes to and enriches biblical studies. And we want you to create exegetically based ideas for teaching, preaching, counseling, and personal discipleship based on an understanding of biblical and ancient Near Eastern law. The required reading is really threefold. In the textbook, you've got reading in Silva and in Walton. A number of articles to read, most of which are either links in the course to websites or PDFs. So you've got ones by Averbeck, Matthews, Benjamin, Kaiser, Reichen, Walton, and a couple optional readings here, but I'd encourage you to take the time to read those as well. Then you've got scripture reading from Exodus 20 and 21, and you need to read chapter 21 along with the ASV article, Slavery and Labor Law in the Ancient Near East. And then we want you to complete the Silva chapter 4 reading questions and create a one-page single-spaced handout titled Slavery in the Bible in the Ancient Near East. It summarizes all you've learned from this week's readings, and be sure to cite all sources as you do so. Again, one page, single-spaced, done as a handout that you'd use in a Sunday school class or a life group, discipleship group, things of that nature. And then for the discussion board, do read down through this material carefully. Notice especially not only what you're to discuss, but also how to go about it. You'll see below my discussion boards with the red asterisk. I address both your individual initial student post as well as your subsequent replies to 2 peers' individual posts. So you need to do both. You need to post your information by Thursday night, and then between Thursday and Monday night, by Friday night, and then between Friday and Monday night, you need to respond to 2 of your peers. Now again, do each of those aspects of the discussion board according to the instructions I provided for you here. As you progress through the course, maintain contact with one another. The Bible says we're able to encourage one another to love good works. And getting connected, staying connected in some form helps provide that personal accountability that we all need. Keep in mind, grading may be a little slower the next few weeks, 2 or 3 weeks, only because I'm traveling. Hopefully I'll have an attachment for you to this announcement of my videos from this past week at Tel Sheva or Biblical Beersheba, the Ramon crater in southern Israel, scenes from Timnah Park near Eilat, which include the Tabernacle in the Wilderness, a life-size replica, a pagan temple that's laid out much like all temples were, including the Jewish temple in Jerusalem, although this is a much smaller one, as you'll see. And then the Jordanian mountains, and then as I headed back north up the Dead Sea Valley to come back by way of Jerusalem, then there's some videos of Masada as well, particularly the Northern Palace is part of my favorite part of that whole location. Well, that's another week's announcements. Again, if you need to contact me, please email me. If you need to talk to me, you can do that. We can connect through Skype or FaceTime if you've got an Apple product, iPhone, or iPad. I will be traveling, though, and I'll be in Jordan this next week. I'll be tomorrow, Wednesday, and I'll be back next Sunday. So it might be a little difficult to get in contact with me by Skype or FaceTime, but you can try. Just keep in mind that in Israel, I am 8 hours ahead of Chicago Central Time. Well, that pretty much covers it. Trust you'll have an enjoyable time this week studying and working through ancient Near Eastern backgrounds in the Old Testament. God bless.